The military operates under what's called Title 50. It's part of the National Security Code that gives like sort of, rules and et cetera, how you must behave in a war theater. Well, the CIA is under no such rules. It operates under what's called Title 50. And, it's interesting to me as a reporter because before I wrote the book and reported openly about Title 50, it was not really discussed. And now you even see operators themselves on podcasts talking about Title 50, which is kind of great because it's like the cat's out of the bag, guys. That's what it's called. And that's how it works. It means what we say goes.
Can you elaborate on what Title 50? So it basically says assassination is allowed.
It says what the president wants, the president gets, right? And so, the best example is the killing of bin Laden, right? We were not at war with Pakistan. So Title 50 doesn't apply. You can't have a military operation in a country you're not at war with. The lines, my God, now they've really blurred. But even then, they were a little more honored, right? And so what do? Well, Leon Panetta was the CIA director. And you work out a scenario whereby the SEALs, and by the way, it wasn't the SEAL, there was a rotational on that killer capture mission, which was really just a kill mission. SEALs were practicing, Delta was practicing, and Special Activities Division was practicing. They were all practicing at a secret facility in North Carolina, right? And it was just like, they're ready till they get the go order. And it just happened to be the SEALs, okay? So the SEALs operate under Title 10. So they had to get what I call sheep dip because that's what the insiders call it, right? And that is a term that comes from, interestingly, Area 51. The U-2 pilots were Air Force pilots. They needed to be sheep dipped over to the CIA so they could do things that defied the law, okay? So you can see how these all entwine and you become more and more informed and you go, aha, right? So that's how Title 50 worked. So the night of that mission, it was a CIA mission, because the CIA is allowed to go into Pakistan and kill someone, and the military can't.
That's fascinating. So people talk about the Navy SEALs doing it, but it's really, legally speaking, to get the permission to do it within the whole legal framework of the United States, it was the CIA.
And if you look at their uniforms that they were wearing, and now that you know this, you'll see there's no nomenclature on them. There's no, right? So they're just meant to be completely untraceable. Were they to be shot down and captured? It's like, wait, who are these guys? Oh, a bunch of rogue guys. Okay. And this goes back, the origin story of all that is in Vietnam with Mac v. SOG and these cross-border operations that I chronicle in Surprise, Kill, Vanish, which still amaze me to this day, right? SOG missions, they called it suicide on the ground because that's what it was. And these guys had no identifiable nothing. They were essentially in pajamas, right? Even their weapons were specially designed by the CIA to have no serial numbers, no nothing. So if they were captured and they became POWs, I don't know who these guys are.